The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
There was a boy, a young man, who desperately wanted to attend the yeshiva of Rav Shimon Shkup. Great legendary Rosh Yeshiva rabbi. Yeshiva was called Grunna. It was in Grunna. This young man, he had no way to get there. He was destitute. He was impoverished. He had nothing. How's he going to get to yeshiva? It's miles and miles and miles away. He decides if he can't afford a train, you know what he's going to do? If you want to do something, you're going to pull it off. Ein davar oimeh b'fnei ratzon. Nothing stands in front of willpower. You will it, Hashem can help you. Hashem will help you. He decides he's going to walk there. 2 weeks, treacherous journey, on foot, because he wants to learn in yeshiva and study under the great Rabbi Shimon Shkup. After 2 weeks of this arduous trek, he finally arrives. And he says he's ready for the exam. In order to get to yeshiva, you have to take an entrance exam. Remember, girls, when you had to go to high school, those dreadful entrance exams, right? Or seminary or college, right? He had to take an entrance exam. He arrives there, and Rosh Yeshiva says, "Are you ready for your question?" The boy says, "I'm ready." The boy's really totally depleted and fatigued and out of it. And Rosh Yeshiva looks at him, Rosh Yeshiva says, "When was the last time you had a hot meal?" He says, "A few weeks." He says, "Come with me." Rosh Yeshiva, Rabbi Shimon Shkup, brought him into his kitchen and started preparing for him dinner. And lovingly, with such devotion, he served him the dinner. And he watched as he ate and sat with him. He says, "Okay, now you're ready? Okay, go to the Beis Medrash. Go to the study hall." He goes into the study hall. Rabbi Shimon Shkup comes into the study hall and says, "You ready for the question?" He says, "Yeah." He says, "Okay, here's the question. When's the last time you slept on a bed?" He says, "It's been a few weeks." "Come with me." He takes him back into his house, takes out the linen, and according to the legend, supposedly, he puts him in his own bed and lets him go to sleep. Make sure he's comfortable, warm. The next morning, he sees the boy in the yeshiva. And he says, "Now you're ready for the test?" He says, "Yeah." He says, "You think you need a test? You walked 2 weeks in a treacherous journey. That proves to me what you're made of. That proves to me how much you love the Torah. You don't need a test." This boy ended up growing into a younger man, World War II, and went through the concentration camps. Torture. How did he survive the concentration camps? He had a picture of Rabbi Shimon Shkup, not a physical picture. Remember, they were stripped of everything. They had nothing. But he had a picture in his mind, a vision of Rabbi Shimon Shkup cooking for him, making a bed for him, the love, the care. He said, "If this is what the Jewish people are made of, Hitler can never succeed. I could live. I could survive the worst atrocities and barbarism. Nothing could get us." And he survived and built a whole beautiful family.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org